Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my current everyday makeup routine. I'd just like to say before you think I do this every day, I don't. When I go to school, I'll go without makeup or just a tiny bit, just foundation, but this is just like my everyday routine for when I want to look good for school and when I go out with my friends on the weekends, just kind of like a general thing that I'll do when I actually put forth effort for my makeup, because I can be a tad bit lazy sometimes. And so anyway, this is what it looks like. I didn't include like a contour or highlight in this video because I just don't do that every day. This looks pretty simple. I just have like a pretty simple eye. I did some winged eyeliner, but you can leave that off and just kind of make this look your own. And then I have some nude lips just to add a little bit of freshness to my face, and a nice soft blush, I think. I want to post videos more frequently, but it's really difficult to find the time and have like the right lighting, because I used natural daylight. It's hard to film at like 12 or 1 whenever it looks the best, and I don't know how people do this. It's really hard, but I'm really trying to fit it in my schedule and get better with my time management with it and edit faster, be able to edit my videos faster, because it takes me a while, but I've gotten better with editing since I started making YouTube videos. Also, it is finally spring. I love spring and I'm so excited for summer, so that's just very, very exciting, and why not talk about it? Alright, before I talk forever and ever, let's get started with the video. If you've seen any of my other videos, you probably already know that I always start off with my eyes, just in case I make mistakes. And so first off, I'm just applying an eyeshadow primer. This is the Urban Decay Original Primer Potion. I don't love the stick application, but just doing that to do this pretty quickly. I'm almost out, so then I just take my fingers and I rub that in. And then I'm just going to take my face powder and a brush, and I'm just going to set that, which will make my eyeshadow easier to blend. I don't really do that any particular way, I just kind of brush through that. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked 1 palette today. Most of the shades in this are pretty shimmery, but I like that for an everyday look. It's kind of like subtle glam, I guess. So I'm just going to take my IT Cosmetics crease brush, and I'm going to start off with the shade Naked. You can probably tell these two are my favorite shades. I'm going to have to buy them individually because I use them in like every look practically, for every day anyway. So I'm going to take Naked in my crease brush. So I'm just starting on the outer part and just doing little circular motions in the crease, blending it nicely. And I just pack on some more color and build that up. This is just a transition shade. It just helps everything flow and have a nice application. Okay, and now I'm taking the shade Buck, which is basically just a darker shade up from Naked. And both of these shades are matte. I'm just going to do that in the same way I did the first shade and just darken up my crease some more. Okay, so now that I have that base down, is like what I consider it, I'm going to further darken up my crease with this shade right here, Dark Horse. It's just a darker shimmery brown, and I'm not going to bring it in nearly as far. I'm just going to concentrate it on the outer part and work it in. Alright, and now for the center of my lids, I am going to take the shade Sidecar and a little bit of Virgin and kind of mix them together. You can wear either one by themselves, but Virgin's more going to make it more dramatic because it's like so much different than the other shade. And then Sidecar just blends in, so there's less, it's even really less dramatic in my opinion. It doesn't make it as defined because Sidecar is so much closer to these shades than Virgin is. So I'm just going to mix them together. And I'm going to take them on a flat brush. This actually comes with the Naked palette, and I think it's a good brush. So I'm just going to take it and just mix them together and then pack that on from about halfway over. And then I'm just going to go back in and touch up my crease a little bit. Okay, so then I'm just going to take this is a fluffy angled brush, and it's old, I don't really know where it's from, and just taking the shade Virgin, and I use this to highlight my brow bone and my inner corners. Just kind of blend it nicely. Reasons why I do my foundation after my eyes: I have brown eyeshadow on my forehead and all under my eyes and everywhere. It's just, I make a mess. I mean, I could try harder not to make a mess, but why would I do that when I could just do my eyes first and then all's well? Also, exciting news, I'm getting my braces off soon. Can't wait for that. I'm getting them off April 7th. So exciting. So now I'm taking the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Eyeliner in Blackest Black. This is my favorite eyeliner ever for winged eyeliner, and it's waterproof, and it's just, oh, it's not Blackest Black, it's Intense Black, but it's waterproof and it's great. And they changed it to where this one, the writing is in gold, and I think all the other ones is in silver. I don't know, I think that's cool. Alright, so I just start off, pull my eye a little bit, and I start off in the inner corner, and I try to keep it thin at first because it's easy to get it like super thick, and then you can't really do anything about it except for take off all your makeup or all your eye makeup. Then I'm just dragging it out here to the corner. Once I line all the way almost to the corner, I look, and you can see your natural, like where your top eyelashes and your bottom eyelashes separate. So the very corner of your eye. And I put the tip in that, like right by the corner, and then I just flick it out. And then I kind of clean that up and drag it to the length that I want. Now, you don't have to do it like that. I never used to, but I've just decided that I like that better recently. And then I just take that and connect it and start to make my wing. Today I'm going to take a makeup wipe and clean up my under eyes, which I don't do every day because I don't always need to, but I feel like I need to today. Maybe on my forehead some because I had some eyeshadow up there. I usually just make a mess everywhere. So today I'm going to be using the Expert Face Brush from the Real Techniques Sam and Nick collection. And usually I would use a sponge every day. I don't usually use a brush every day just because I feel like I can get it done quicker with a sponge, or I just prefer it. But something about me and cleaning my sponges, I just usually clean them too aggressively because I feel like they're hard to get clean, like Beauty Blender and the Real Techniques ones. So here's what mine looks like right now. I was cleaning it aggressively and I ended up ripping it, and so it was ruined. And I was like, well, I wonder if I could try cutting it. And so I cut off the part that was ruined, and I could have left it like that and it would have been fine, but I was like, well, now it's a little bit uneven, so I tried to even it by cutting it with scissors, and that does not work, but I don't really care because I'd already ruined it. But these aren't too expensive, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use my L'Oreal True Match foundation, and yeah. I'm not priming my face because I hardly ever prime my face. I don't feel like I need to because I have like normal combination skin. But if you have like really oily skin, you can prime your face. My hair looks a mess because I'm like moving it out of the way, but just ignore it. So I'm just starting on one side, and I just kind of pat the product Oh, I put the foundation on the back of my hand, by the way, in case you were wondering. And then I'm just going to work that in. And make sure to blend it down on my neck. And I don't really get too close to my eyes because I'm going to be applying concealer, so I don't worry about it, but, and I don't have too bad of like dark circles or anything, but you can apply as much under your eyes as you need. I feel like this foundation is pretty buildable, but since this is an everyday thing, I'm not going to apply anymore. I just keep it. This is probably, I think it's medium coverage with the amount that I put on. And so then I'm going to use my CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer in the shade Fair. And I need a new concealer really bad. This one is like almost gone, but I'm just going to put triangles under my eyes with this to highlight and conceal any color and stuff. Then I put a little bit on my forehead. I don't do that every day. It just depends on my mood. A little bit around my mouth because I have some like breakouts around there. And anywhere else that I've been having like some breakouts. I'm going to start off with this brush and just kind of blend everything in. Just buff it into my skin. And then when I have to get really close to my eyes, I'm just going to take my finger and just pat that in. I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes because they're more prone to crease. And I'm using the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect translucent powder. It comes in like a little loose, it's loose powder in a little jar thingy. And I'm going to take this Real Techniques flat arched powder brush thing, and I'm just going to apply that under my eyes. I apply it pretty heavily. You don't have to apply it heavily, but I do. Then I'm going to apply this blush. This is a Dream Bouncy blush by Maybelline, and this is in the shade Pink Plum, and it's number 40. I'm just going to take the same foundation brush I used earlier and just pat that in there and then rub this on my cheeks. I'm just doing this to give like a little bit of glow to my cheeks and just like make my face look a little bit more awake and happy and everything. Also, I'm taking this all the way up to my hairline and blending it out. And I do a lot of patting since this is a cream product. Okay, and now that I've applied that, I'm going to set my entire face with the same powder and a large powder brush from Real Techniques. And if any of you have been looking for like a good powder to set your face with or bake your face or anything, especially a translucent one, I think this one is really good. It's like, I think it compares to the Laura Mercier one that everybody loves. I think it compares to it. Like, I haven't owned that one, but I've like tried it out in the store, and this one feels really nice. So if you want something cheaper, I think this was like, I think it was around $12, but I'm not 100% sure. But I really like it, and yeah. Okay, so now back onto my eyes. I'm going to go back into my palette and take this same shade Dark Horse right here, the brown shimmery color, and take a small detailed eyeshadow brush from Eco Tools, and I'm just going to run that on my lower lash line. I'm only bringing it about halfway or a little bit less than halfway, just because I'm keeping this look pretty simple. And then I'm going to put on my mascara. I'm using Benefit Roller Lash, which is my favorite mascara to this day, like, that I think that I've ever tried, actually. I need a new one, but I'm just going to apply that onto my lashes. And now I'm just going in and doing my lower lashes just a little tad bit. Okay, so that's basically all I do. I have pretty dark and large eyebrows. They're actually like probably 3 times the size of this if I didn't wax them. but I've recently kind of been touching them up a little bit. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in the color, I think, dark brown, yeah. And I don't really need it, but I feel like they're not perfectly even, so I've just kind of been touching them up a little bit recently. And I always make sure to go back in and brush them out after I fill them in just a tad, or I don't really fill them in, I just kind of line them and even them out a little bit. I don't even know if you can tell a difference, but I feel like they look a little bit better. And then to finish off my face, I am just going to apply this Revlon Matte Balm, and it is just a, whatchamacallit, it's a Revlon Matte Balm in the shade Enchanting, and I just put this all over my lips. Well, this is the final look. I hope that you guys like it and are able to recreate it in your own way to flatter your skin and face and shape and everything about you. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!